I'm sorry, eh? That's what you stupid Canadians say, right, eh? I hear my former promotion, GTS, is doing a show in Toronto. That's about an 8-hour drive from Brooklyn, if I got it correct. I think this show is worth it to show up to. And, Grim, I'm not sorry for missing Grimomania, but I am sorry for what I'm going to do to you north of the border.
Welcome back to GTS Toronto as Duhop won the 24/7 title earlier on tonight. He's changed and on his way out. Breaking news backstage. Somebody was coming for the title. I'm Tubby Emu joining alongside. There's no co-host this episode, and you want to know why there's no co-host? Because the action has gotten insane. This Duhop trying to escape Toronto with the WWE 24/7 championship from R-Truth. As Kamikaze, yes, Kamikaze went across the border and he's trying to steal the title from Duhop. Hey, listen, if you want to get a GTS 8x10, the link is in the description. It's a pre-order. I'm not going to go into it, but listen, hey, if you want 8x10s from your favorite GTS superstars, you can. But hey, Kamikaze trying to steal the 24/7 title. What it could be here. If either one of these guys walk out of WWE's title, that would be insane. As Kama trying to pin Duhop, this could be it. Do we have a new 24/7? No, we don't, because Duhop kicks out, and Kamikaze can't believe it. Look at him. Kamikaze is just absolutely like, I think he's shocked and stunned a little bit. Duhop has already answered the R-Truth Open Challenge and won. R-Truth came out late. Listen, R-Truth shouldn't even be here. He lost his title. As you can see, these guys fighting backstage as Kamikaze looking for a third elbow. And he says, I don't think so. Throws him into the box there, and a huge DDT on the concrete. That's got to be enough. Is it going to be enough? As the referee going for the pin. And yes, that in fact will do it. And Duhop is still your WWE 24/7 champion. Well, the action rolls on with two superstars returning to GTS. Introducing first is Rhett Titus. Rhett Titus, yes, that Rhett Titus, Jimmy Controversy's dad. Yeah. Listen, I can't say that I like Jimmy Controversy. I'm being told that, Jimmy could not make it to this show. Unfortunately, there were some CAW issues. If you guys make CAWs on PS4, if you want to see your arena or your superstars featured here on Grim Gaming or possibly Grim's other channels, make sure to upload them with the keyword GTS. And I will find them on PS4. Unfortunately, we're not recording on Xbox or PC. I wish I would have been recording on PC, but we're not. We're on PS4, so make sure if you want to get your CAW featured. I'd prefer if you have the movesets and everything done. If I see a Samoan driver, chances are, brother, it's not going to get used. As not only is Rhett Titus here tonight, but breaking news. Listen, it's not the only WWE superstar in the building. He's been pretty busy featured on his brand. He's been focused on that. But making his return to GTS is none other than the man, the myth, the legend, the character playing son of a gun that can do anything. And it's ROBBIE E. Yo, ROBBIE E coming back to GTS up north in Ontario, Toronto, Canada. Hey, listen. We have three big superstars competing in a triple threat here tonight. It is going to be Rhett Titus taking on ROBBIE E. Yes, ROBBIE E. Robert Strauss currently down at NXT. This is a big deal here for GTS as you get to see some superstars of past, present. We already had Cletus return. Oh, man. We've had Ace Marksman, Violent Hog, so many other superstars, Joe Wolf, and now. And we're being told in the main event somebody special is going to be showing up. Somebody that you thought in the last couple of months would never, ever be welcomed back in GTS. And I can't say he's welcome back tonight, but he, in fact, will show up. So stay around for the main event. As, oh, God, look at ROBBIE E. He's here to play. But guess what? ROBBIE E is not here for just any match. He is here for the GTS Intercontinental Championship. Listen, if R-Truth's going to lose a title, Vince McMahon, you better come back with a title. It doesn't matter which title. I think Vince would rather have his 24/7 title, but maybe if ROBBIE E goes back with this title, this man's title. Tony Cheney, the delivery boy, the current reigning defending GTS Intercontinental Champion. Take a look at the boy as he comes out too busy delivering the pizzas. Yes, I'm aware of the fact that he's currently the reigning defending GTS champion. in Grimm's Toy Show on the other channel. But listen, here in the gaming world, he's still the IC champion. He hasn't elevated up, but he's been a great champion so far. I know he has a match coming up at Extreme Tools, which we're filling out of order a little bit there, but tonight he's got to face Rhett Titus and Robbie E. But guess what? It's not just a normal match. This is a triple threat elimination match, so the only way you're going to win this match is by eliminating both opponents. Well, you personally don't have to eliminate both opponents, but both opponents' shoulder must be on the mat or submitted, and the last person standing will in fact be the GTS Intercontinental Champion. Will Tony Cheney be able to retain? We gotta find out. As you can take a look, Tony's got to be pretty cocky, pretty confident. He's ready to go as Rhett Titus. Hey, listen, are we sure Jimmy's not in the building? That little pissant Jimmy controversy. Are we sure he's not in the back? He's not waiting to sneak out to try to help his dad. Somebody, security, please make sure Jimmy Controversy is not in the building. As here we go, GTS Intercontinental Championship on the line. Hey, listen, if Tony Cheney retains, who should he face next for the title? Anything can happen on these live shows. Coming up next will be GTS Mexico, GTS versus WWE, GTS versus AEW. A lot of huge matchups planned, so here we go. Triple threat match. There are no disqualifications. Wait a minute, Robbie E already hitting a finisher. Robbie E, thanks for coming. Rhett Titus flying all the way to Canada. And look, even Tony Cheney's in the corner like, oh my God, he kicks out at 2. As Robbie E trying to take a little bit too much time to celebrate. Tony Cheney from behind, that's what she said. Tony likes to hit it from behind. Well, hey, I don't know. We better check with Fran on that one. I'm not sure 100%. Listen, I know they're feuding over the title in real life. I have to imagine Fran's a little happy here. Hey, you heard me talk about PS4s. If anybody can make me a Francesca Cheney, a male version, so I can do intergender matches, or not be able to do intergender matches, I'd appreciate you more than you know. A male Francesca Cheney. I would love you. I have to be honest with you. You'd be a big lifesaver if you could do it. As Tony Cheney going after Rhett Titus on the outside. See, I don't know how smart it was with Rhett Titus. Just sitting on the outside, just chilling, just waiting. As Tony Cheney capitalizing. Listen, the name of the game is to get the pinfalls or submissions as Tony. He's got big matches coming up. He's got a lot of things planned in GTS. You know the delivery boy doesn't mess around. He's got 30 minutes or less. He doesn't have time to waste around in this match because the longer it goes on, the least it's going to favor him. As, oh my God, Robbie E went for a low blow. Robbie E went for the sausages, and Tony Cheney says, I don't think so. Big double drop kick. Down goes Robbie E to the outside, looking to take on Rhett Titus. Oh, Rhett Titus has got Tony Cheney against the ropes, and he's going to throw Rhett Titus over the top. What is Robbie E looking for? Robbie E looking for the sledgehammer. The branded sledgehammer. Look at hit Tony Cheney. Rhett Titus hits him. Robbie E, they're teaming up. By God, they're teaming up, but it's not going to matter because Tony Cheney rolls out of the way, and Robbie E was powerbombed on the sledgehammer. Head bounces off of the sledgehammer. And Robbie E has been eliminated. The sledgehammer he introduced is going to cost him. And here we go. Tony Cheney running in the ring, going off the ropes. Big clothesline. I think Rhett Titus' head just bounced off of that sledgehammer. Oh, God, you can just imagine. Jimmy would never shut up at this. As Tony Cheney hits his finisher. That's got to be at the pizza cutter. The pizza cutter. By God, Tubby's probably got that name wrong. Goes for the pin, and no, Rhett Titus kicks out at 2. Rhett Titus. By God, look at Tony. Tony can't believe it. Tony can't believe it. I have to imagine Jimmy's just sitting there being the biggest cheerleader in the world. He's like, yeah, my dad's in there doing the match. He's doing the gimmick, brother. Well, hey, listen, Tony Cheney's not going to, Tony, I don't know how smart this is. You got to stay on top of Rhett Titus. You can't do what you're doing here. As you can see them going back and forth. Huge clothesline. I think he was trying to send him over the outside of the ring, but it's not going to happen. Oh, God, Cheney's going up top. Cheney, I don't know how smart this is as he goes for the big diving head, but he hits off of the sledgehammer. Tony Cheney's loopy. Look at Tony doesn't know where he's at. I think Rhett Titus and Tony Cheney both have concussions here. Please, will the referee throw up the X? Huge DDT on the sledgehammer. But wait a minute, Tony Cheney on instinct. Instinct alone rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. What the hell? Tony Cheney takes a finisher from Rhett Titus. Loopy as heck with a concussion. He went into pizza mode there. And somehow, some way retained. So the Toronto crowd got to see Tony Cheney in action. As you can see, Robbie E. Hey, listen, Robbie, if you're going to come here, if you're going to bring the branded sledgehammer, hey, next time you probably don't want to lose via it when you get taken down. But Tony Cheney is still the reigning, defending Intercontinental Champion here in GTS, and you gotta give the man props as he defended his title north of the border. Thanks for coming, Rhett Titus. Thanks for coming, Robbie E. I appreciate you more than you know. You never know who's going to show up in GTS wrestling in the video game. You never know, because in the main event tonight is a superstar I didn't think we would see. I know there's bad blood, there's tension, there's legitimate, not scripted, not faked, not blown out of proportion. There's actual meaningful life consequences for the person that is showing up tonight, and it was spoiled on Twitter, so you can follow at Grimm's Toy Show, at Tubby Emus. Tony Cheney is still your Intercontinental Champion, but hey, listen, I'm being told backstage this isn't it. Earlier, Kamikaze attacked Doo-Hop, and apparently he's not done yet. Doo-Hop, all he wanted to do, he changed, he was ready to go, he showered, he was on the way out, and we're being told, yeah, let's send it to the feed live, as apparently this isn't over. Apparently Shamar Truth isn't very happy backstage. Cut to the feed, hurry up, where's the feed? As Doo-Hop is being called into, oh wait a minute, Shamar Truth beating down Doo-Hop, throwing him in, just screaming at him. Yeah, he embarrassed him. His open challenge, he was screwed. Absolutely screwed by R-Truth when R-Truth came out for the distraction. Shamar Truth's big moment was stolen away, as now he's attacking Doo-Hop. Wait, is Shamar trying to become the 24/7 champion in WWE, or is this specifically for Doo-Hop? Is this going after Doo-Hop as he's looking to finish him off once and for all? The Destroyer on top of that chair, on top of that desk, everything that's going on, looking to hit him with the finisher, planning up. Doo-Hop is out in the middle of the, oh, wait a minute, Shamar's not even going to bother to pin him. I don't think Shamar's got a referee with him, and oh my god, no way, R-Truth coming running back in at the last moment, not like this. Doo-Hop, R-Truth can't believe it. Listen, he's trying to win back his European Championship. Doo-Hop has been taken out, but you can see Shamar still wasn't able to finish Doo-Hop, but that's got to be it. As R-Truth looking to finish off Doo-Hop still. Oh my gosh, going back to Monday night with a 24/7 championship as R-Truth gets it back. What a night we're having here in GTS Canada as we are north of the border. Myself, W alongside Nodis Fan Nodis. We are ready for the main event.
My head is spinning at this point.
Things are going absolutely nuts. If you missed episode 1 and 2, go back and check these out as the GTS champion, Pete Corvus, will be taking on Grimm's Toy Show and an unannounced opponent. This is somebody that you would possibly never, ever expected to come back to GTS wrestling. But it's somebody the fans possibly have wanted. But before we get into that, I got to let you know, if you want to get your own GTS 8x10 currently on pre-order for end of May, early June shipping, you can get an 8x10 of your favorite superstar, either customized for only $2 more. If you want to get a message for a birthday, a party, for yourself, if you want to have a talent write a message, or if you want to put a message specifically for somebody, you can. Starting at only $10, $12 for personalized, or a pack of 3 starting at $30 with only $2.99 shipping, you can. Again, this is a pre-order, so they will not ship out until mid-June. But you know what? Not enough shilling of the merchandise, enough shilling. You can see Pete Corvus wearing his own.
I was going to ask when we're going to have replica GTS titles on sale.
Hey, listen, don't joke about something like that, because I know Corvus is wearing a shirt. Maybe I want to get, why do I not have GTS shirts? You can see Grimm clearly wearing his own merchandise, which you can get at the Pro Wrestling Tees store. Link is also in the description. So Grimm is coming out. He has unfinished business. If you saw GTS Extreme Tools, they would face off, and somehow, some way, Pete Corvus would retain his GTS championship, and Grimm coming out here tonight. But things aren't over between the two. I think Grimm has made this evidently clear that Pete Corvus, is GTS champion, is not something he wants. Are you familiar with Pete Corvus? He's a guy that, listen, you're the reason I went through a table in New York. You're the reason you and Doo-Hop and Grimm conspired together to put me through a table.
You won't drop that, will you?
But then the next year, when I was viciously assaulted by Grimm outside of the Brooklyn, what's it called? Brooklyn, outside of the Barclays Center. Outside of the Barclays.
I was witness for that as well.
I was assaulted, not once, but twice on a second night. But who was there to make a save for me? None other than Pete Corvus. So listen, you may not like him. I certainly don't love him. but he is the guy. Oh my God, it is Tommy Salami, the guy people thought they would never see back in GTS wrestling. And Tommy Salami is bigger than Tubby Emu. He's a bigger draw. He's bigger in size. He's a mammoth man of history here in GTS. His legacy and his prestige. But listen, he hasn't been able to come around very much. Wait, he's just walking through the fans.
Holy smokes, look out, people.
He's got power. He's got strength. He's just going through the crowd. As I never thought I'd see this day where Tommy Salami is in a GTS ring again. Anything can happen when GTS
And in Toronto, Canada, of all places.
Yeah, Tommy didn't even want to show up. I mean, to be honest with you, Toronto is probably closer for him than driving all the way down to New Jersey. It takes a long time. This is the man that blew off the Super Pop Battle Royale, the man that said, you know, when it came to the Battle Royale between Super Graham and Super Pop, said, listen, it's not worth my time. Listen, things have been explained, sides of the stories have came out that, listen, I didn't mean any malintent by it, but the point is, you did not show up. They cut ties with you. We never thought we'd see this man in the ring again as he goes to throw up the Salami Club, and there's nobody else in the ring. He used to do that, and he's all by himself. So tonight, it's Tommy Salami taking on Pete Corvus, taking on Grimm's Toy Show. Again, the GTS Championship is not on the line here in Canada. I feel kind of bad for the Canadian fans not getting any title matches, but hey, listen, you did get a title match to the 24/7 title with Truth.
They got our Truth.
Who's the current champion? Are they backstage fighting? Do we know who the champion is? Anybody else been pinned?
Who knows what's going on back there right now?
Wait, Tommy Salami planting Grimm with the finisher. That's it. Pete Corvus is distracted, celebrating himself like always does. Pete Corvus, the egomaniac. Well, listen, you want to throw two egomaniacs around. Well, actually, there's three in the ring between Grimm's Toy Show, Pete Corvus, and Tommy Salami. Listen, the last thing I watched of Tommy Salami was the ladder match they had where Tommy had to climb in the warehouse and retrieve. I don't remember what it was. If it was the pipe, it was contract. I can't even remember. You'll have to let me know. I think it was the title in one of the title on the pole matches. Last time I personally saw Tommy Salami. This is not somebody that I ever would have expected, but that's part of the game here. You never know what to... Super kick! Oh, wow. Thanks for coming all the way across the border. Talk about a short match.
Who's going to take it?
That'll do it. Listen. Okay, you said before in the Battle Royale in episode 1 that we put up, you had said I asked you too early. This is not an elimination match. The first pinfall submission will win this. There are no DQs because it's a triple threat, so I got to ask you, who is your pick to win this match? Tommy Salami, Pete Corvus, or Grimm's Toy Show?
I'm going to go Corvus. Wow,
you're going to say Pete Corvus is going to get the victory here.
I absolutely am.
All right, so Pete Corvus is your shot. Listen, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this. He booked his first ever international show. He went outside of the country. If you honestly think Grimm's Toy Show is going to take a loss, and listen, if you listen to my commentary on GTS Extreme Tools, I think we all understood that Pete Corvus, I was the biggest cheerleader of him. I was his biggest fan, but listen, even I know when you go across the border, Grimm ain't going to spend the money to go take a loss up in Canada.
Yeah, but who's the champ? Who's holding the title?
Hey, listen, a win with a title on, that's one thing. Oh, God. Tommy Salami to the outside. Down goes Salami. Hey, listen.
Somebody make sure the floor is okay.
If that would have been in the ring would have been toast. It would have been over as Grimm's Toy Show goes up top. And wait a minute. How the hell is Tommy Salami still up and telling Grimm, get your ass up here? They've got to be superhuman.
Oh, my goodness.
We haven't seen Tommy in a couple years. We got to check and see what he's on. If he's on something, he's either got to be doing something because there's no way you take a bump like that and get right back up to your feet, taking on maybe the animosity. Have you ever been fueled by so much anger, SGU, that you could fight through anything like that adrenaline rush? I know people say it with parents all the time, with the mama bearness, where a mom can like lift a car. Have you been in a moment like that where you could take a move like that and still keep on going?
Nothing honestly that I could say was like flight or fight, life or death. But I've been there where the adrenaline's kicked in. Absolutely.
As you can definitely see, these two are feeling it there a little bit. Missed the super kick. The referee accidentally got knocked out. Grimm says, "Get the hell out of my ring." Clearly, Tommy Salami and Grimm have their animosity. Absolutely, as Pete Corvus looks for a super kick, and Grimm's Toy Show is going to roll the outside. Grimm doesn't want Tommy Salami here. He said it evidently multiple times. You know he hates Pete Corvus, as there's the huge move. He did that to him at GTS Extreme Tools. You know he hates Pete Corvus. But more than more than anything, he's got to hate Tommy Salami. He disrespected his family. He said the Battle Royale was not important enough, that because the gas mileage, the gas money, the tolls, everything that went into it, he couldn't be bothered. Well, listen,
hey, those
kid,
tolls are no joke. You told me about those tolls.
listen, I get it. They're expensive. It's not
You had to
cheap.
pay the tolls just to get to Wawa, didn't you?
Yeah, not Wawa, but we went to a party. Yeah, we had to go through some tolls. As again, the referee. Hey, listen, if we're the referee, we're gonna have to start getting some referee insurance. The referees are taking more bumps here than they are anywhere else. As hits a finisher, but there is no referee. So if he goes for the pin, the referee's out. So Tommy could have had a victory there. And Tommy
chair shot.
gets hit with a chair. Tommy trying to get again. Look at this superhuman.
Got right back up again.
And Grimm's going to say, get the hell out of my ring. You do not belong here. Is that enough? Salami hit him with a finisher.
Count
2.
the 3 on the chair.
And no, Pete Corvus is able to kick out. That's why he's your champion, the resiliency of Pete Corvus. Like him or hate
Why
him.
he's going to win this thing.
Hey, listen, if we're going to start being cheerleader, I'm going to say Grimm's clearly going to do it then as he's looking for the... Oh, my God.
Yeah, Grimm is out. Corvus has got this.
Tommy Salami clocking him with a baseball bat on the outside.
Wait, now Grimm's back up.
I'm honestly speechless with the level of, again, Grimm rolling to the outside now. You can clearly see it as Pete Corvus saying he's the best. Hey, there's a reason he's champion. There's a reason I definitely do love him. There's a reason that I think the fans secretly deep down love him, even if you dislike Grimm, even if you think, oh, God.
Wait, what's Grimm going to do?
Package pile driver on the chair, and Grimm's toy show, he breaks up the pin. Pete Corvus was
broke the ring too. He took the that's wild.
All stops are off. This match could have been an easy match between the two, but now they're putting their bodies on the line for the fans here in Canada. Grimm's Toy Show, the one thing he'll never do is disappoint the fans. I watched this man, 40-plus years old, dive off of a ladder through a table myself at SWF with Rob Fury. So Grimm he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. But Esther, I got to ask you this. Is that a downfall when somebody wants something so badly? Do you think Tommy and Pete knows that he doesn't want to be upstage, that he's willing? Can you take advantage of that? Can you study the tape?
Absolutely, you can. Sure, certainly that could be a blinding factor. You get just so enraged that
wait a minute. Pete Corvus hits a finisher on Tommy. 1, 2. Grimm did it. I told you. Grimm's Toy Show, the ultimate opportunist. Hey, listen, if you're Grimm, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone there. Not only did Tommy Salami return, Tommy Salami got absolutely destroyed, and Pete Corvus was the one to put the nail in the coffin. Twice he did that, once on the chair, once not. And then when the opportunity struck, Grimm's Toy Show came in with the roll-up pin, and once again proving that's why Grimm's Toy Show is not done with Pete Corvus. Grimm's Toy Show versus Pete Corvus is a rivalry that's going to have to continue. Maybe the fans don't agree with me here, but I think Grimm has got to be in line for a title opportunity after a huge victory.
Well, I guess thanks for coming to Canada, everybody. Hit the duty free on your way out.
Hey, listen, we're going to have to wait and see. Wait a minute, we're going to be going... Oh, God, there's 24/7 action backstage. Let's go follow it. As Grimm... Maybe Grimm wants to go get on the action. He goes after every other title. Why isn't Grimm going for the 24/7 title? Is the feed ready? Yeah, backstage. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for GTS. That's Grimm's Toy Show.